This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
Where we want to educate you about our market, empower you to make wise decisions, and help you engage with our expert contributors. Ibuyers they're calling themselves disruptors of the system.
Yes.
And that's fine. I understand that. But truth be told, they're not new. I mean, they're just bigger than they were before, but there's always been people out there who were flippers.
Sure.
I mean, they're just a huge flipper.
You could go to an investor and have them buy your house. Right.
Indeed. Now, the cool thing about them is they have an online portal, and they'll send you an instant
It's super
quote.
convenient.
It's very convenient.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you're trading off money for time.
In general, what I'm seeing is you're going to net somewhere in the neighborhood of 10% less for your house or more using one of those programs.
Yep.
That's what I'm seeing in these numbers.
And you're not off, because what happens is, look, these guys are not buying it for magnanimous reasons. They're buying it for
it's not
profit.
charity.
Yeah, they're buying it for profit. They're going to buy your home, and then they're going to sell it, and they're going to make a profit. So therefore, the person who buys it the second time, the person who buys it from them, is paying what I would call retail.
Yes.
And they are paying you what I would call wholesale. And on homes, these iBuyers are looking to make tens of thousands of dollars per deal.
It's so strange to me. Why last year, and this is a little bit of guesswork, but why did 20% of all sellers use those programs? You can't tell me that 20% of the people had to fire sale their houses.
Yeah, honestly, it's our fault. It's realtors' fault. We're not giving them enough information so they know to compare and contrast the systems.
Right.
We've got to do a better job of letting them know, listen, first of all, consult with your realtor. It doesn't cost you money to consult with your realtor.
Right.
Talk to the realtor, let them know what your plans are, and let them tell you what the difference would be or could be based on them selling it versus you selling it to one of the iBuyers. Does that serve you, though? I mean, really, ultimately, I want you to do the math and decide, gee, is it really better for me to give up this $26,000 I'm giving up so that I can be out of here in 10 days or 15 days? Is that really worth it? Or is it worth it for me to put up with a little more pain and effort and get that $26,000 in my bank account? They do. They count on you not really believing that there's money there necessarily.
True.
It's just an arbitrary thing. It's just a thing. It's a number on a piece of paper. But the truth is when we finish with transaction, you've got more money in your savings account or your checking account. It's there. The iBuyers have a place. I think there is a place for them, but I think that you're right. 20% is way too much.
Way too much of the population.
Way too much. You know, there are people out there who want the convenience and the ease of just not having to worry about it, and they don't care about the money.
Sure.
But I'm going to tell you that more than 80% of homeowners should be caring about the money.
It just doesn't feel right in my mind when I think about it. 20% of the people, no. There's going to be a certain amount of them that are just not aware of what they left on the table.
And think about this. You see an ad on TV, I don't know, every 10, 15 minutes for one of these guys. Those ads aren't cheap.
No.
This marketing campaign they're doing costs a lot of money, and they're not paying for it with charity. They're paying for it out of the profits they're doing from selling these houses.
Right.
Honestly, if they built a machine, a disruptor, quote unquote, as they like to say, and this disruptor is just making them all wealthy. It's just making them much, much richer, and they're taking the equity from individual homeowners and putting it in their corporate coffers.
Right.
That's what they're doing.
It's going to San Francisco, not staying in Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
The commissions.
Oh, yeah.
They imply
I love that.
Their whole marketing campaign is
save commission.
Save the commission. Don't pay your realtor. And then their cost, they don't call it commission, but their fee, their service charge is 3% more than what realtors do. It ends up being close to 10%.
Yep.
It is the highest paid realtor we've ever heard of.
Yep. But it's not a commission.
But it's not a commission, and so it's magically fixed. Right?
Yeah.
So that's one last thing I'll tell you. In real life, people, it is not a cheaper process. Not separate from what you're selling the house for.
Right.
The cost of actually doing the transaction is not cheaper than just using your traditional realtor.
This has been Las Vegas Real Estate Now. Thanks for listening, and remember to tune in every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 101.5 FM, 720 AM KDWN.